We're going to do a little Lollapalooza recap. It's going to be different than most Lollapalooza recaps. I'm quite convinced.
I think so too.
All I want to do is get right through the middle. And they were like, bitch.
Yeah, they were like,
who do you think you are, bitch? I'm like, I am a person who's trying to get to that sign right there.
These kids were like 15 and 16.
Both of us don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
So this was
quote unquote sober.
We did do a little bit of microdosing.
Yes. But
and
you know,
I mean, all the joy you had at Lala or anywhere else you have had joy in your life, it was yours. You owned it. It's yours. It was in you. You manufactured it. We do this when we fall in love with someone and we attribute all the really happy feelings. We attribute them to another person. We give them all to them. Well, I feel this way because of him or her. Well, no, actually, you feel this way because of you.
So the guy that I met at Lollapalooza, or not met, the guy that I was talking to.
As we were leaving, he paused. He was like, hey, Zoe. And then we were like, yeah.
I swear he followed me too. Like he was like kind of tracking me.
Well, who wouldn't follow you? I'd follow you anywhere.
So he like swiped up on my story after Lollapalooza and was like, nice seeing you. And then we like sent a couple messages, whatever. And then he was like, let's move to an app. And I was like, okay, well, I'm an adult, so I don't use Snapchat, so you can text me. And I sent him my number. And I think because like I don't really like him or want anything right now, I'm just like kind of like, this sounds bad, but like being myself. Like I don't really care about impressing or like, you know.
You would say, this sounds bad. I'm like being myself. This is going to be an episode because this is problematic right then and there. But okay, keep going.
But like, not bad. I'm being myself. But when I really like someone, you know, I think I'm like, without knowing it, I'm altering the way I respond to things because I want them to receive it well. And so with him, I'm just like super frank, you know? And so he starts texting me and Sarah, he's like, okay, well, let me take you out to dinner. And I was like, okay, well, I leave in 2 days. Like that's not happening basically. He was like, can you make time? Like, what about lunch? What about breakfast? What about 30 minutes? He was like, he's really trying. And I sent him, I literally screenshotted my calendar for today. And I sent it. I have stuff all throughout the day. I have no time whatsoever. And he's like, are you serious? Like, he's like all disappointed. And then he's like, well, I'm coming to Pitt this year because he's playing Pitt. And he was like, I didn't want this to be the first time I reached out. Like, hopefully we can see each other when I'm there. And I was like, okay, like, yeah, we'll see, whatever. And then he's like, call me later. I'm like, okay. So I call him.
So he actually wants to talk to you. He doesn't just want to text you. How nice is that?
And Sarah, can I just say, I text and he responds right away. Maybe within 5 minutes.
To do. I mean, this whole game playing. Like,
but with the past,
I'm not available when I'm staring at my screen constantly.
Yeah, with the past experience, I'm like, I'm not expecting this. Right? We're on the phone, and he's like, literally continuing to just be like, why can't I see you? Why can't I see you? You can't make it work. Like, just try. Like, really pursuing, right? And then he starts to be like, so I was looking through your following list. And bringing up people. And he was like, how do you know them? How do you know them? Because like you knew each other in the past. He was basically just like kind of like trying to like find out information. And I was like, why are you doing all this? Like, I think it's weird that like you're going through my following list. And he was like, well, if you're going to be my woman, I need to make sure everything's clear.
And I'm like, you out. He wants to get to know you.
Well, it's like he's making his intentions really clear. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then this was weird. And I want to know your interpretation of this.
Okay.
He was like, so like, do you think I'm cute? And I was like, what? Do you like want validation or something? Like what, why are you asking?
Is this in conversation or in text?
In conversation, like on FaceTime. What? And I said, do you want validation?
FaceTiming. Are you looking at each other or are you on FaceTime audio?
No, we're FaceTiming.
You're FaceTiming. Okay.
Yes.
Important.
And I was like, do you want validation? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, so what are you getting out of that? And so I was like, okay, sometimes people just want to be validated. So I was like, well, I wouldn't be talking to you if I didn't think you were cute. And he was like, wow. Like, you know, it was just like very like flirty banter. But to me, it's just so odd. Or it's not odd. I need to stop like looking at it in a negative light. But he's just being so like consistent. And like it's been like 3 days of speaking, and this is where I'm like, okay, is this like love bombing or something? I don't think it is, but he's just making like such an effort, like FaceTiming, texted me this morning like, good morning, based on your schedule, I can see you're working out right now. Like, hope it's going well. And then I'm like, well, I don't want a relationship. And then I feel avoidant. Oh, wait, Sarah, I missed the crucial point. I was like, okay, well, I'm going out to dinner in the city. And he was like, I'll literally drive down to Evanston because he lives in the city. He's like, I'll drive down to Evanston, like, whenever, give me a time, I'll be there. Like, he's like, so like trying for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, like, I can like probably like say bye, but it can be for like max an hour, like before I leave, since I'll be in the city. And he was like, whatever works, like I'll cancel my, he's just, I don't know.
I mean, we have other things to talk about, so I'm going to get straight to the point because
We have so much.
Straight shooter necklace. I'm wearing it. Why are you suspicious? Don't answer the question.
Okay.
These are the things that I'm thinking of. You have a person who's being consistent, clear, direct, kind of thoughtful, interested, and you're suspicious. Like, what's wrong with this? So, human instinct, right? We're always looking for something that's wrong, right? What's wrong with this? How is this like other relationships or other guys that hasn't worked out? All right.
Yeah.
Love bombing. We could do a whole episode on that, but love bombing in its essence is manipulative, right? It is overwhelming someone with lots of attention with the intention of manipulation. This doesn't sound like love bombing with me. To me, this sounds like a guy who is consistent, interested, trying to figure you out, wanting to show his intention, which, right away you're like, I don't want a relationship. Well, I don't know that he does either, Yeah. I mean, he just might want to get in your pants, but I mean, that's a lot
Probably.
I mean, I don't know. Does he? I mean, I think, yeah, like who wouldn't want to, but is that bad?
Yeah.
I don't know. Connection. And I think, what have you got to lose by spending 30 to 60 minutes with somebody?
I know. That's what I like. This is the thing. I just go
You're
straight
leaving
to
on Friday to go back to school. So
yeah, it doesn't matter.
In my mind, you have nothing. If you can find 30 to 60 minutes, you have nothing to lose other than maybe just having fun and enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
And getting to know somebody a little bit better.
Right.
It doesn't mean you're in a relationship. You're not committing anything to him. You're not giving him any more than 30 to 60 minutes of your time. And if you view it as like, what could I learn in these 30 to 60 minutes? Then it's all about you.
Right.
I mean, I think it's interesting how your instinct right away goes to what's wrong? What am I missing?
Yeah.
This kind of assumption, the set of assumptions you're making in your mind, which is kind of all negative.
Yeah. And it's just like complete overanalysis. Like there's no reason for me to be doing
100%.
Yeah.
And yeah, overthink. If it's fun for you, go ahead, overthink everything. But I don't believe that that's fun. No. I don't think it's fun. No. When I get into that overthinking place, and you and I both talked a lot about dating because we're both dating.
Yes.
When I'm in that overthinking place, I'm not happy. It isn't joyful, but that need to like constantly be figuring it out and know what's happening. That's your fear of the unknown. And, you're 21 and a half. And guess what? The rest of your life is completely uncertain, up for grabs. And the sooner you get comfortable with the fact that you don't know shit. And the whole point of life is just to go have experiences and see what you have to learn. Go for it.
Yeah. Why not?
Pick a spot in public, do all the things that you need to do to be safe and smart, because that's what you should do regardless of like meeting anybody for the first time, and just go.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
And then you're leaving and you're not going to see him until, I don't know, whenever that game is. And when you do see him, it's going to be not much.
No. Okay. That made me feel better. I'm good.
I love when you ask me questions like this because you know what it forces me to do? Is get clear. And so in my own mind, I'm like, wait, what have I learned in the last like 2 years of putting myself out there again?
Yeah.
And it's amazing, the similarities. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
Like, I don't care how old you are, the human instinct to overthink and assume the worst and all those things. It's just like, it's almost like hardwired.
Yeah.
Peter Crone would say, like, we're wired to be hurt and scared. So the job you have right now is to detach yourself from past hurts.
Right.
And fear is about not being comfortable with uncertainty and the unknown.
Okay, well, I'm cured. So
you're cured.
You did it again.
I wish it was that easy, but I can't wait to hear how this goes and you're going to tell me.
I know. I can't wait.
Okay, so we're sitting, first of all, let's get clear on who you are.
Oh, yeah.
You're sitting in my office, my Wholey Schmidt office in Evanston, Illinois, and I am sitting up in my home in northern Wisconsin. I've got this amazing vista in front of me. of the
Yes.
lake and the woods, and an eagle just swooped out of the woods, came down on the water, grabbed a fish, and went up and is perched in this stump of a tree, literally across from us. So our eagle's name is Franklin.
Oh,
He
hi,
usually flies
Franklin.
out and fishes in the morning and in the evening.
Oh,
He just grabbed his breakfast, a little bit late, maybe it's lunch, and he is watching us.
a little brunch moment.
I feel like it's very auspicious that Franklin is tuned in, but who are you? So, for all the listeners who've been listening and watching, Zoe, a little over a year
That's
ago,
me.
I found Zoe on care.com because I needed help with kids sitting. I call it kid
Yeah.
sitting because I don't have babies anymore.
No.
And the intention was you were going to help me out like 10 to 15 hours a week last summer when I was feeling swamped, trying to just get people to and from and get a few things that I was still working on work-wise done. Usually I work a little less in the summer, and something amazing happened. We like totally connected.
We did. We just clicked.
I found out like your zone of genius is so aligned with
Mhm.
what I needed, which was some help with social media where I was not comfortable. And everybody was like, you got to post more, you got to do this more. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable here. And you jumped in and became our social media wizard
Yes.
for the podcast and the brand.
Which I love.
And then we became besties.
We did. And it's the
Which
best.
is the best. And
It
there's
is.
32 years between us.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think about.
And
Because it doesn't feel that way
no.
at all.
Well, I don't
At
feel.
all.
What is 53? I'm
You,
a
yeah,
young
you also are
53 and
not.
you're an old 21. So we're meeting
Yeah.
somewhere in the middle.
We are. I like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're going to be my co-host this year.
I am. And I'm so excited.
Yeah, I am too because it's a lot of fun. I love the banter. And what people
Yes.
don't know is that we banter like this a
Yeah, all
lot,
the time.
all the time. I selfishly get as much or more from it,
Oh,
than you do, I think.
ditto. What?
You're helping me on so many levels. Like, first of all, you've gotten me like way more comfortable in my skin in a lot of ways. And
Oh,
I feel like connecting with you has helped me connect with my kids who are not far from your age
yeah.
differently. And our whole focus today is we're going to do a little Lollapalooza recap, but it's going to be different than most Lollapalooza recaps. I'm quite convinced.
I think so too. We need to give the details.
Mm-hmm. All
We
right.
got to give like the whole layout
Okay.
and everything. I think I texted you when I was in Italy and I was like, you got to look at this lineup.
Well, I think it was my daughter who was like, who screen captured the Lala lineup, probably to you
Insane.
and to me without even thinking about it. I bought 4-day VIP platinum passes for 4 people. And I was like,
Oh,
I just said, I'm like, do you want to do it? And you were like, yes. I'm like, good,
of
you're coming and we're
course.
doing it. And so we made this whole big plan. And then I quickly thought about that and I thought, oh God, I can't go back and forth in and out of the city for 4 days. So I
Yeah.
booked a 2-bedroom suite at the St. Regis. And I'm
In
like,
typical Sarah fashion.
well,
Which
it's
we
the
love.
nicest hotel closest to Grant Park. So hands down, best decision
Yeah.
ever. And then we started just leading into how much fun this was going to be.
The buildup was like kind of insane.
Well, I wasn't even part of all the buildup because you were
Yeah,
texting
that's true.
with Callie and you guys were
I
planning
was.
outfits. And I didn't even know how cute that was until like you
Ugh.
guys showed up and that was just the
Callie
sweetest,
and I
cutest thing.
coordinated our outfits together.
Mhm. And
We
then
did the whole thing.
you helped me kind of curate all the crazy stuff that I packed but
Which every outfit you wore was insane.
it was
And
fun.
everyone knows that. And everyone, every single day, at least 3 people would stop Sarah and be like, oh my God, I love your outfit. Where's your jewelry from? You look amazing.
It
Like,
was really kind of funny. And it
I
was like,
loved
I
it.
saw you yesterday. You look even better
Yeah,
today. I'm like, whoa,
exactly.
thank you.
I love it.
Just the buildup was fun. I think, we really leaned into it. And that's part of the fun
Totally.
of planning trips and planning adventures is the anticipation. I love the anticipation of what might be and the imagination. And I
Yeah.
had been to Lala one time before for one day. You'd been a couple times.
I'd been all throughout high school.
It was Callie's first Lala, which was exciting. And what a
So
way to do your
exciting.
first Lala. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
insane.
I didn't really give too much thought to what I was really committing to, which is good. I think the older you get, the less you think. Remember, we just talked about overthinking. The less you
Yeah.
think about it and all the possible, like, why I shouldn't do it. Get out of your head and just, what does your gut say? And my gut was saying, go. I'm much better at trusting my gut than I've ever been.
Do you
So
think you would have ever said no to it? I feel like that's not your
yeah, I
personality.
would have. I would have been like, I
Really?
don't think I can do 4 days. It's going to be overwhelming. I can't take
Yeah.
the time. I don't know these artists. I'm not familiar with the music. It won't be fun if I'm not familiar with all the music. I'm used to going to concerts where you can sing along to every
Yeah.
song, kind of thing. And I mean,
Yeah.
that wasn't going to be the case. And I was like, well, what if it's really hot or what if it's really raining or, all those
Yeah.
kinds of things. I didn't do that.
Yeah, you did just
In
kind of
fact,
go for it.
I didn't even look at the weather until like 3 days or 4 days before we were going to go. And then I remember saying to you, oh my God, we are going to have the most
I
amazing
know.
weather.
It was like actually probably the most ideal situation one could have in Chicago.
It might have been the most beautiful weather-wise weekend for the first
Yeah.
weekend in August. And if it had been a
Insane.
weekend before, it would have been 100 degrees and 98% humidity, and
Miserable.
we would have been dying.
Yeah. I mean,
So
the
it
days where it was like 80, we were even like, oh, it's a little warm.
it felt a little warm. Well, we were like
Yeah.
in the sun. But
Right.
there was a little smoke from the Canadian wildfires, so the air quality was a little but and then there were
Yeah.
a few little pitfalls. We ended up having an extra ticket, which ended up being amazing because
It was.
I ended up bringing my other older kids.
Okay, well, and I have to say this, and I know you won't say it, but I'm going to. The first day we were walking in, we had this extra ticket. It was like Thursday, like 1 p.m. We're walking into the festival, and we didn't have anyone to go that day. And Sarah had an extra pass, and some girl complimented her on her outfit, and she just gave her the VIP platinum ticket, which, like, for reference, for people who don't know, Lollapalooza, it goes like GA, VIP, platinum VIP, and then you have like the artist backstage or whatever. Like the highest level you can get is platinum VIP, and this girl was probably just like, oh my god, what? Like insane. So I had
I
to say
saw
that.
her later at Role Model, and she had both of her wristbands on, her GA and her one that I gave her. She didn't say anything to me, but I saw her getting really close to the stage, and she was filming like all the songs, and
So
she was
cute.
just by herself because clearly the rest of her group didn't have.
Yeah. No.
And she, because I wondered, I'm like, if you give it to one person and then they don't have anybody else to do, will they
Yeah.
actually use it?
Right.
And it made me smile like so big seeing her
Yeah.
so happy. And I love doing stuff like that. We've talked so much about this, but like for me, generosity is my favorite thing, like
Right.
sharing with others. Like, so when I'm lit up by something, I want to tell other people. When I have an
Yeah.
opportunity to do something, I want to bring somebody along with me because I need to have that person who I look to and be like, isn't this amazing?
Totally. Yeah. Share it
I do
with.
a lot of fun
Yeah.
stuff alone, but it's always more fun
It
to
is
share
for
those
sure.
experiences with other
Hmm.
people.
Yeah. It
I
is.
process things in kind of an extroverted way. So
You
I have to
do.
be able to look to somebody and be like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And is this as
Yeah.
cool as I think it is? Like kind of
Yeah.
a bit of a reality check,
Yeah.
And that was really, really fun.
It is. It's one of the best things about you.
Oh, well, so Chicago put on a show. The city
Oh
of
my
Chicago
God.
put on a show. The weather, the energy. I mean, I have a lot of family members who live in Wisconsin and in other parts of the country, and I get asked a lot. And even when I've been traveling this summer, like I was in Croatia and I had more than one person say to me, I've heard Chicago's amazing, but do you feel safe there?
I know.
So the media does such a great job of showing off all the craziness that exists
Right.
in these little pockets of Chicago. And I think people still remember what they saw during COVID,
Yeah.
some of the riots. And I just want to say, I've been living in Chicago since I was 18 years old, or living in the suburbs and being in the city a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a suburb that was very close and
Yeah.
actually had some of those riots come north. I've never felt unsafe
Right.
ever
No.
in my city,
Yeah.
ever. And the nights after Lala, we are walking back to the hotel on like Lower Congress and Lower
Yeah.
Wacker, and we are like in it,
Yeah. So in
in the
it.
crowds, in the chaos.
It almost felt peaceful to me though. And this is what I love about Lollapalooza in Chicago specifically. And I've seen people talk about going to Coachella in California versus Lollapalooza.
Mm.
And Lollapalooza is just so like it feels so friendly and communal and everyone's just like gathering together for the same reason and we're all just happy to be there. And like okay, granted, for example, a situation when we were like trying to go to a stage and it was like sardines and
Oh, that was
like
a little bit intense.
Sarah was like
I was trying to bust through a
trudging
crowd of
through.
people that were like tight, and all I wanted to do was get right
Yeah.
through the middle, and they were like, "Bitch,
Yeah, they
who
were
the
like
fuck do you think you are, bitch?" I'm like, I am a person who's trying to get to that sign
mind
right
you,
there.
these kids were like 15 and 16
I'm like,
going
I'm not
Santa
trying to
like
take your
under.
spot. I'm not trying to stand in front of you. I
Yeah.
promise. I'm just going from A to B and just like literally let me through. And I'm dragging you and Callie, and Callie's kind of
Yeah.
starting to panic, and I'm starting to feel a
Yeah.
little panicky because I feel the crowd closing in on me.
It
And I'm
was
like, how am I
really
going to get
tight.
out of here? And I just
Yeah.
keep putting one foot in front of the other. I literally took two girls' hands and like separated their hands to walk
Yeah.
through. I'm like,
It was
come
insane.
hell or high water, I am getting to the VIP Platinum viewing area. God damn it.
As you should. As you should. And you
That was a
did.
good
And
lesson
we
because
did.
that taught us that we needed to find the correct entrance
It did. Yes.
to
So,
all the stages.
yes. So that was good.
We only
But
did that one time.
yeah,
But even in
besides
that
that,
moment, most people just were confused by how like intense I was about it, and they
yeah.
didn't know quite what to do. So they were just like,
Right.
fine, go. All right. So Chicago was amazing, and we felt peaceful. I felt kind of like Taylor Swift concert vibes to me, where everybody was just so happy to be together. There was a lot of joy, just a
Yeah. There
lot
was a
of
lot of
joy.
joy. Mm-hmm.
We did see one kind of potential altercation breakout between two guys who
Yes.
I don't know even
When
know what
was
they
that?
were.
I think it was literally during the Olivia Rodrigo concert, which
Yeah.
is kind of
It
insane.
was like
In
peacocks. They were like ruffling their
yeah.
feathers. Yeah.
Like two men as Olivia Rodrigo's playing like
Yeah.
driver's license or
It
something.
was like two like elk clashing horns.
It was so
A little bit of a
ridiculous.
power struggle. But that was kind of
Yeah.
funny. But even then, like I didn't feel unsafe.
No, not at all.
You know, bad shit can happen anywhere.
Right.
And we've seen that. I think
Yeah.
attributing it to one place is really it's sad. It's a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our city is amazing.
It
And, you
is. And
know,
we had the best weekend
come to the Midwest. People
ever.
are nice. In fact, I had that comment a couple times. I met two moms with their two 12-year-old daughters from San Diego, and they were like, "Oh my God, people in Chicago are so friendly." I'm like,
Oh,
Midwest nice.
it is. It is a thing. It really
Midwest
is.
nice. It's a whole thing. Like we are happy to
Yeah.
see you generally. If you're
Generally.
happy, yeah. Generally speaking, we're pretty
Maybe
happy to
not
see
all the
you.
time.
Not all of you. I mean, some of the New Yorkers can be a little much, and Texas is a little over the top for me sometimes
Yeah.
too. But in general, we're really happy to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of a more the merrier city, I
Totally.
think. Well, the city of
Totally.
big shoulders.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what they say about Chicago.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Mhm.
No, it was great. And you know what? We had like great mornings. We would do our
Oh,
workouts. We would get smoothies, matchas,
mhm.
coffee. Like
Yeah.
it was just it
Okay,
was
well,
pretty ideal.
that kind of introduces the how did we do Lala, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, people know now that I have quite a wellness routine and quite a discipline to me, and you do
Yeah,
too. And that's one of
I
the things we
do.
first connected around.
We
And
did.
I travel with a lot of that. So I kept my morning routine pretty solid,
Yeah,
pared back a little on some of the supplements that aren't as easy to travel with, but I still did a lot of it. And then
you did.
we worked out. Um, we started with great coffee. Yeah, we went and grabbed these awesome matchas that we get in the city. We Ubered in healthy food.
So
And
good.
then my favorite dessert spot in the city
Yes.
crushed it for us. So shout out to Sid and Andrew at Ingrained, Ingrained. They make my daughter's birthday cake every year because of her Lyme disease. We don't eat any refined sugar, and she's gluten-free. She eats very little dairy, no soy, all that stuff, right? So Sid makes Callie's cake. And I texted Sid earlier in the week and I was like, hey, we need a Lollapalooza cake. I mean, maybe we should insert photo of
Yeah,
Lollapalooza
we
cake
have to.
because we managed to have a generous slice of cake, ingrained cake, every night when we came back from Lala. And
It was
wasn't
like
just
a
the cake.
reward.
And it was a whole thing because we had to get plates and knives and forks from the hotel, which would take a while. And we'd be sitting there staring at the cake, waiting for the plates to show up. And then while we were there, we'd be talking about like the highlights and kind of doing our own
Yeah.
little, it was so great.
It
Kind
was
of
like a little
winding
like
down.
yeah. A like
I would
nightly
normally never
routine.
eat cake before bed. You know, I don't eat anything 3 hours before bed, but for some reason,
Right.
Sid's cake doesn't affect me. There's like no blood sugar spike because it's so
No.
ridiculously healthy. Every ingredient she
Yeah.
chooses is like superfood status.
It's
And
insane.
Oh my God. So we had Lala cake. And how many nights were we at the concert? And you and I would look at each other and we'd be like, it's seven
We're like,
o'clock.
we're
It's
ready.
three and
Yeah.
a half hours till Lala cake.
It's insane. Because, well, we would eat like quote unquote dinner at like what, like 5. And then we wouldn't get home till like 11. So it was
Yep.
just, I remember like one night we were like at the concert and you're like 1.5 more hours to go. And it's
Till
like we
Lala
just
cake.
couldn't stop thinking about it.
Yeah. And that was a really fun way. And we literally, without even knowing, we had exactly enough for 4 nights.
Yeah, it was just kind of
Okay.
perfect,
So
basically, is
that
what
was
we're trying to
fun.
say.
The way we did Lala, the golf carts, the viewing areas, you could just walk up to the stage. There was these like nice little lounge areas where you could just sit down and
Insane.
chill. The day we did glitter, super
It was
fun.
so fun. It
The
was
food
so
was pretty
fun.
solid. We were able to
Yeah,
be really, I mean, we found our protein.
we did.
Callie got to stay gluten-free.
It was great. We
The
just set
coffee
ourselves up
bar,
very well.
the
The
coffee
coffee
bar
bar
in the
was
VIP
so
lounge was
good.
awesome.
It was
So like
great.
having a little iced latte at 3 o'clock gave me a
Yeah. When
boost.
most people are probably like extremely high at that point or
Yeah.
extremely
Okay,
drunk.
so that's important. So we
Yeah.
both of you and I, both of us don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
So
We're
this was
quote unquote sober.
sober Lala.
Yes. Sober
And
Lala.
we did do a little bit of microdosing.
Yes. But like,
And
we
it's
had our
such a
athletic
micro.
nicotine too.
Mhm.
That was
Little
a
bit of
fun
athletic.
little,
And I wanted to say that it's the brand athletic nicotine. Some people have been
yes.
confused. I'm not popping Zyn packets in my mouth.
No.
Cleanest, most pure delivery system possible. Just the
Yeah.
benefits of the nicotine. Very low dose. Gave just a
Very.
little fun. I actually have one
It's
in
just
right
like a
now.
little bit of like a let's get
Yeah.
going energy, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah,
Um,
it was great.
yeah.
And what I realized too is because in the past, like during high school, like, you get high with your friends or you drink a little bit.
Mhm.
And it's a totally different experience because obviously it's like it messes with your mind. And so you have a different interpretation of things. And
Mhm.
you're just like, to me, it's almost drugs or alcohol makes me feel more like out of body, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like
Mhm.
at this Lala, I was so present. Like
Yeah.
as someone social media manager, like I would sometimes like forget to take photos or videos because I felt so like
In the
in the
moment.
moment with
Yeah,
everything.
I often forgot that we were supposed to be doing some of that because I was so
Yeah.
I prefer to do everything sober.
Yeah.
I wanna I spent so much of my life trying not to feel my feelings and being
Yeah.
afraid of them that now, I wanna feel them all.
Yeah.
I'm really comfortable with the discomfort of sometimes feeling the difficult emotions. None of it scares me, and I'm not saying that people drink
Right.
just to, get out of their feelings, but
Not feel, yeah.
it tends to be a state of distraction, and I like being really present. Now
Totally.
that little microdose was often increases my ability to be present
Yeah. I
for
felt very
sure.
creative with it. Like it just
Yeah.
helped me like really like tap into the like creative because even being at a music festival with all the music and everyone
Mhm.
the creative energy, it just
Yeah.
felt really like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Lala is so people who come to Lala, not all of them, but the the intentionality with which people dress and show up and like
Totally.
you see groups of people that really put a lot of thought into
Yeah.
how they're presenting themselves.
Yeah.
It was I just saw more creativity around me everywhere I looked.
Totally. Yeah. It's just really
Yeah.
fun energy. Well, it's also just such like a diverse crowd. Like you have the like
Yeah.
13, 14-year-olds there that are like
Yeah.
first time
I
out
know.
without parents and they're like going crazy. And then
Yeah.
you have like
Did you see the
moms
grandparents
and
there with
everyone.
grandkids? I saw 2 sets of
No.
grandparents
Oh, I
with their
love
kids and
that.
their grandkids.
It's
It
so
was so
sweet.
and I loved that. I'm like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
intergenerational Lala."
Like there were like
Intergenerational
two
music
remember there
festival.
were like two dads in front of us at Olivia
Yeah,
Rodrigo filming for their
I know.
daughters. It's really sweet,
I know,
you
Callie's
know?
like, "What is up with the 50-year-old
I know.
dad who just got the drumstick?" Well, he caught it, he gave it to his kid. I mean, I wanna believe he gave it to his kid.
Yeah. Let's hope so. And he
Mhm.
didn't sell it on eBay, but you
But
never
it was
know.
really fun just meeting
Yeah.
people from all over the country and all walks of life, and I liked being in the energy a lot. And I got the question a lot from with the stuff we posted, especially on TikTok, which is like kind of a why? Why would you
Right.
do that? You're
Yeah.
53. And My answer is why not? I've lived a big life and I get to do a lot of really, really, really cool things. I mean, I was just heli skiing in Iceland in
Yeah.
May, you know, and then
Croatia.
I spent 9 days in Croatia. I do a lot of really fun, kind of out there stuff. And the privilege of it isn't lost on me, but the chance to do something so different and just 4 days of a music festival with my kids and
Hmm.
you and just being immersed in it, I had this instinct like there's something for me to learn here.
Totally. And I don't think you get that anywhere else. Like, I'm really trying to think, like, when does a huge group of people like that come together for the same reason and then like mutually experience it together too?
Yeah. It's concerts. I think music, I mean, music is this universal reality that unites. And you
Yeah.
can see it throughout human history, right?
Right.
So at some level I'm kind of like, why are you surprised? Of course,
Yeah.
wouldn't, and there's ways to find this in other that you can find this in other places,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, I'm sure people experience it when they go to street art fairs, art festivals, that
Hmm.
sense of like, where do we gather? But I
Right.
do feel this different level of hunger for connection and community that I think is more real in a post-virus world, where we were
And in a
so,
technological world where we're
yeah,
also
like,
like connected to each other
yeah.
virtually and not physically. Well, I just also think it was fun, especially with like Callie and Will. You were saying like how you get to be in their world
Mhm.
and like
Yeah.
talk about the Ian thing.
So,
Wait, to preface, because what? Oh, Callie and I wanted to go to the Phineas concert. This
yes,
was
and I
Sunday.
so Sunday, Will came, and, he hadn't been with us Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, and so
Hmm.
I felt really important that I wanted to now spend some time with him.
Yeah.
He didn't wanna go to shows alone. He wasn't like,
Right.
"Mom, I just wanna be on my own." He wanted to
Yeah.
go with us or with me or
Yeah.
with somebody,
Right.
and, I'm always willing. I mean, the mom in me is always willing to sacrifice whatever I'm looking for, wanting, needing for them. That's just what, so I didn't go to Phineas, which I really wanted to see because I've really been getting into his new music, and I love the Ash's voice, and I wanted to see her
Yeah.
perform live. Well, you videoed it, so I got to see it.
Yeah.
So Will's like, I want to go see Ian. Well, I have no idea who Ian is. I didn't know who most of these artists were. You guys made me a 4.5 hour
We did.
playlist to study the artists. I felt like I was studying for my comps, like when I was getting my PhD. And I would start the playlist, but then I would only get through like 45 minutes of it because that would be the extent of my
It's a
drive
lot.
wherever I was
Yeah.
going. And then I had to remind myself to start midway and start three
Right.
quarters in. And
It's work.
anyway, and then Callie's like, you have a lot of lyrics to memorize. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to memorize lyrics. I just want to recognize songs.
Yeah.
But it was fun because I felt like I had a window, but I didn't know who the heck Ian was. So we hustle over, golf cart, walk, get into the viewing area. Wait, wait, wait. Will's so excited. This is the artist he wants to see more than anything. I'm like ready to roll. It's important to know that I have 3 adopted kids. Will is African American. And so I want to be in his world, and he wants to see a rapper named Ian. So I have an image in my head. Well, silly me, because you might know this. Ian is a white guy who's 20 years old from St. Louis who had a TikTok song blow up. And now
Oh
there's
God.
like 30,000 people, or I don't know how many. It was so many
It was a
people
lot, yeah.
in a mosh pit jumping up and down for rapper white guy Ian. And I mean, the first 3 songs, I was sitting there like, how the fuck is it possible that this is
I
Ian?
can't.
And this is the artist that my African American son wanted to see more than anything. Okay,
Right.
so many learnings there, so many things for me to unpack, and I was like, God, silly me. I mean,
Cracks
and
me up.
like all the assumptions I had made and all the things I was expecting, and it was hilarious. I had to just laugh hard at myself.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not really that into Ian's music, but I was really into watching Will watch Ian.
It's so sweet. Well, Will was so funny because he was also telling Callie and I, he was like, yeah, mom at the concert was like on her phone looking up on Google who Ian was, like as
Mom
he's
was.
like playing.
I was. I did that for
Yeah.
most of the artists. I didn't know who Role Model was. And I was like, what's up with that? I didn't know who the
Yeah.
heck that was. So, yeah, I was like, who is this person? Where do they come from? Well, that's part of me. I want to know people's story.
I
Let's talk
love
more
it.
about what surprised you.
God, I mean, everything's surprised. This whole weekend was just like, I think I didn't really go into it with any expectation either. And like, I keep talking about this, but there's something And we were talking about it too, about like the power of like being around like celebrities. And again, given where we were in Platinum VIP, like again, I would say to Sarah, I'm like, oh my God, it's Kylie Jenner's best friend Carter behind us, or like
I'm like,
Hallie
who?
Batchelder's over there, and like all these influencers and
These
all
are
these
those are my
like,
favorite influencers at that table. I'm like, who
yeah,
are
like
they? And then
as
I'd be like, what do they do? You're
I
like,
know
they influence. Like,
they talk to their phones, Sarah. That's what they do.
okay.
And it was just crazy being around that energy and just like being close to that. And then again, like as we're Olivia Rodrigo and we're like, what? We're very close to the stage. And I'm just like, that was her biggest crowd. 115,000 people showed up for this. I think she's like my age, like 22, maybe 23-year-old girl
Yeah.
singing your song, looking at you, admiring it. And I'm just like, the world is so crazy the way that we put these people like on a pedestal and they like have this much power
Mm-hmm.
over all,
Yeah,
like it just,
we give them so much power. We
it's
attribute
mind
so much. It's
boggling.
interesting if you pause and think about all the things that we attribute to them. Like, oh, this makes me so happy. Oh, her music makes me feel.
Yeah,
Forget, honestly, that those are all things that are about us. They're not, it's not Olivia's. We own
I
all
know,
of
but
that.
it's
It's in
so,
us, but it's through music that it often brings it out,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. And but I think about like, how would it be to be that person, to like have this
Yeah.
many people like admire you and like be so obsessed with you. And like some
Yeah.
people are like, you saved my life. Like it's
That feels
crazy.
overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
And I got recognized by like two
Oh my
people.
God. Yes. We have to talk about this
My
because
tiny little TikTok account, and I got
no,
recognized
because
by two people,
Sarah's
and I was really
socials.
overwhelmed by it. And
Yeah.
this one young girl in particular, she was like, "I saw you in my For You, what's it called?
For you page.
For You page,
Yeah.
and I love your vibe, and I started following you." And then she had to repeat that again because I don't think she thought I heard her. She was like, "I really love your vibe. I really," and she and so being me, I was like, "What's your name? How old?
Right.
Where are you from?"
Right.
And it was like, wow, I didn't expect that. I mean, I expect to see friends and people I know in my life, but
Yeah.
that was that was kind of surprising.
Which like it doesn't surprise me. I know it surprises you. This is me being Sarah's hype woman. But I always say that. I'm like, well, of course. Like everyone who knows you is
You're so
obsessed with
funny.
you. So but yeah, the socials kind of like took off a little bit Lala weekend. And I think it's just because your vibe, everyone.
Yeah, I think people
Sarah,
saw the
it's your
joy. I
vibe.
think people saw how
Yes.
much fun I was having, and I
Yeah.
really was having a lot of fun. I think that's maybe what inspired me the most is 4 days of just fun.
Totally.
My life can get heavy and hard, and there's a lot of things, like one of the reasons why I loved watching Will enjoy Ian so much was because I know the health and physical challenges that he's faced over the last year. And if
Yeah.
Lala had fallen on Memorial Day weekend, it would have been canceled for us. And because I was in the hospital with him for 4 days. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been at Lala, and he couldn't have gone to
Yeah.
Lala. And probably the month after, he wouldn't have been able to do it because it took so
Hmm.
long for him to recover from that sickle cell pain crisis he had. And
Right.
so, and Callie, her joy, her ability to do 4 days at a music
I
festival, a lot of
know.
people would be like, oh, well, lucky you can afford it. Well, if it was last summer, we would have canceled because her Lyme was so out of control and she was in so much pain, had headaches every day. Her whole summer got canceled. Everything we planned, we struggled to get through if we did it at all. And this year
Yeah.
she was there
And
and
she was so in it. I was shocked
so
by her
in
energy.
it. Yeah.
Like it was insane. It was amazing.
So my joy for these things is only it's in contrast to my knowledge, my awareness of what might not be, what
Right.
wasn't. And that piece is always so present for me. Or, I think about them now and they're all like, when I was in my 20s, I was sick. My Will's 20. When I was 20, I couldn't have gone to a music festival. That summer, I had
Yeah.
just finished cancer treatment and there would have been no 4-day music festival for me. And then I spent a decade thinking I was going to die. And I don't know that I really figured out how to be joyful because I was so scared. Couple
Yeah.
decades.
Yeah.
So some of this is maybe me and someone will say, like, you're living vicariously through your kids. Well, I might be. I might be trying to reclaim some of the things that
Yeah.
I couldn't do in my 20s. I didn't
I don't
feel
think there's
that.
anything wrong with that though.
No, I don't think there is, but I don't think there's is for anyone because I think at
Hmm.
any point in time, if you want to find joy and freedom, go get it. Go get it.
Yeah.
There's no time limit. Like, oh, you're only supposed to do that in your 20s. Well, what according to who?
Well, and those people are definitely placing like their judgments of themselves on
Well, or
you.
their own restrictions, right,
Yeah.
are so real for them. They need them to be real for other people. The ego
Right.
looks for confirmation, you know? I'm afraid, I need to find other people that are afraid, or I need to make other people afraid so I don't feel alone in my fear.
Do you ever feel that? I feel like I like feel that sometimes. And I'm like, ew,
Feel
I
what?
like get grossed out by it.
Mm.
When I do that, when I look for other people like to share that experience with.
Yeah. I
So
I
you feel
don't
less
do it.
alone in
I'm
it.
sure I still do it a little bit, but I can remember a time in the not so distant future where when I was feeling miserable, it was hard for me to be around people who were joyful. I have a much easier time now recognizing this is just a feeling
Yeah.
and I'm creating most of it. I can also create something different.
Yeah. But
And I
you
think,
don't
you
think
know,
you like look to other people to be like, oh, like not necessarily are you feeling this too, but like, hey, I want someone to like be in this with
join it. Well,
almost.
I mean, I appreciate empathy,
Yeah.
but I don't resent people who are joyful when I'm not.
Right.
Like I do, I think that's because I can, like, the weekend that Will was in the hospital is a great example. It was my birthday, and I was really, really bummed that
Yeah.
I had a kid in the hospital. And a little bit of it was, yeah, it's my birthday. I don't want to be here. But I
Yeah.
also am terrified that, of what's going on here and all the things he's dealing with.
Yeah.
I missed out on quite a few things that I had planned that weekend. And I knew my friends were still doing those things. And I was still really happy for them. And I was able to
Hmm.
find a lot of gratitude and even joy in the moments of being
Wow.
in what I was in with him.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can do both now. Like it's not one or the other. Like
Right.
this is hard and yet I'm still a happy person.
Yeah.
This is really, really kind of depressing. And yet I'm going to laugh at that or can find joy in
Yeah.
this. It's not all or none anymore for me.
Hmm.
I feel like I've become like so truly multifaceted in my ability to like experience and express emotion. I love a song that makes me cry and then I love the next one that makes me want to jump up and down.
Yeah. Did you cry at Lala at any
I got
songs?
a little tearful. Um,
For what?
I was just a little overwhelmed. The first night was Luke Combs,
Yes.
and I loved his performance. Okay, so
It was really good.
okay, I'm not a huge country music fan, but the person I'm seeing, I hate the word boyfriend. My man friend
Spoiler.
likes likes country music, and every once in a while he'll send me these beautiful country music songs that he will be like, "This made me think of you," and
Yeah. Well, they're very romantic.
they're so
Country is
romantic
very
and they all tell a
romantic. Yeah.
story and they make me feel like I'm like, "Oh my god, that's what
Yeah.
you're feeling about me," this little
Yeah.
element of surprise and joy. And Luke Combs sang a song that he had sent me, and I was
Oh,
really
really?
yeah. And
Oh,
I got emotional, like, watching it
yeah.
and being aware that that song was the one
Right.
that he was performing,
Yeah. And like
and
feeling
that
it.
was yeah, and I was recording a piece of it to send back to him to be like,
That's
"I
sweet.
wish you were here," and,
I love
like
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit surprised by that. I was surprised by how much I enjoyed Olivia Rodrigo. I figured I would, but her band was amazing. And I'm
Insane.
gonna just
Oh
say
my
the
God.
part of me that was, identified as a lesbian for 20 years and went to Lilith Fair twice or three times and couldn't get enough of the Indigo Girls and Melissa Etheridge and Sarah McLachlan and Jewel and the Dixie Chicks and all the things. I could go on with the artists. I was like, fuck yeah. That
Yeah.
was so
It was
fun.
such a vibe.
Then to have 115,000 people there,
Yeah.
like I was at Lilith Fair, those were small crowds. But Olivia Rodrigo, if there was a Lilith Fair, I'm pretty certain that Olivia Rodrigo would be invited to play, given her band and her vibe. And
Insane.
yeah, so I loved that.
Yeah.
It was really sexy, really fun.
It was. Her outfit was so cute.
It was really erotic in a phenomenal
Yeah.
way. I loved that energy. I know you giggle
It
when I say that
was.
word, but it was really,
I
really,
know.
so I loved that.
I like love how passionate you are about it.
Well, I mean, I am passionate about self-expression.
Yeah.
I love seeing people who are comfortable in their skin with who they are, and to put yourself on a stage with 115,000 people. Let's talk about Doechii for a minute.
Oh my God. Insane.
Okay.
She was
She's
shaking ass on that
amazing,
stage.
and her ass is amazing. And here I am,
Uh,
like all in my angsty space about how short my shorts can be because I don't have like perfect legs and I'm 53. And I'm like, go girl. I loved it.
yeah.
She's so ridiculously talented, creative. Her dancers, oh my God, her dancers were so, so good. It was
So
hot.
good.
The heat of the day, they were crushing it. She is gorgeous. And the way she just stands in her essence and takes up
Hmm.
space and claims who she is and
Yeah.
makes no excuses, like that vibe. I love that vibe.
It was so great. I felt that about Tyler, the Creator, too.
Mm.
Because that was during the Luke Combs concert,
Yeah,
so
I
you
missed
weren't
it.
there. But he's so like just, and I've seen interviews with him. He's just so like effortlessly himself. Like
Hmm.
he doesn't give a fuck what anyone says about him. Because he's kind of out there, you know. His
Hmm.
music's a little out there, and he's just kind of like take it or leave it. And I
Yeah.
just love that energy, and I see it a lot in like musical artists like Tyler
Yeah.
and Doechii, and that's probably why they're so popular. You
Yeah.
know.
I am very, very inspired by people who speak their mind in an unapologetic way.
Yeah,
And even Luke Combs shows up on stage with such amazing energy, and the
he
talent level
does.
in his band and the way he's like, this is who I am.
I
And
know.
at the end of the set, he came out and he did the cover of Fast Car. He wore a Ryan Sandberg jersey, Cubs Ryan
Oh,
Sandberg jersey. Ryan Sandberg, amazing icon, Chicago Cub, amazing baseball player, had died just a few days earlier, died too young. His cover of Fast Car, I mean, I got chills right now because I saw, if anybody saw the Grammys, they do edit it. And Tracy Chapman got me through some hard shit in my life. And I've always been inspired by the way she speaks with such intention and lives her life with such intention. And she's a very
yeah.
private person. She retained all the rights to all of her music. And Luke Combs had no choice but to record that verbatim. He couldn't make any changes to that song. And he did it so exquisitely and honored her in the process, I think, in such a real way,
Yeah.
and brought her music to a whole nother, like literally genre moment in time. I was like chills. I'm like chills head to toe.
I love it.
I think the
It's
chance to
crazy.
be inspired like that it's important that we seek it out because I feel like, well, for me anyway, I'm always asking, where am I holding myself back? What limits have I
Hmm.
placed on myself? You know, like the part of me that was like, are my shorts too short? Could I really wear something this sexy? You
Right.
know, like, why not?
Yeah.
It's Lollapalooza. I wasn't going to church.
No. And trust me, the people at Lollapalooza, there were some crazy outfits there.
Mhm.
Because I think about this, like I think people go to Lollapalooza
Yeah.
to like have fun, but I think you don't get anything from it unless you really like, I guess in an emotional sense, think about how it affected you. Like if I
Yeah.
wasn't taking the time to process this, I would have been like, oh, I had a great time. It was fun. But like
Yeah, it's
there's a
worth
lot to be
processing.
taken from this if you really try.
I think my some of my takeaways. I spent a lot of my life feeling like I wasn't, like, even as a kid, you didn't want to be caught having too much fun because it meant you were not doing the right thing. Like
Interesting.
you weren't working hard enough. And my
Why? Because you were taking like downtime or something?
Yeah, because life wasn't supposed to be fun. We were supposed to be contributing and learning and doing and producing. And I was
Hmm.
praised always for like how much work I did, how hard I worked, how much I
Right.
got done. You didn't want to be caught having fun because that meant you took your eye off the ball. And I was raised to really believe that if it's not hard, it isn't good. So if it's too easy and too fun, I
Right.
would be suspicious of it, kind of like your
Yeah. I
how
can
we opened
relate.
with the conversation
Yes.
you had with about this guy, like it's just too easy and it's too good. I mean,
Yeah. I
I've had
don't
this
trust
issue
that.
I've had this
Yeah.
issue with the person that I'm really enjoying being with right
Mhm.
now. It's so easy and the communication is so solid and consistent. I'm
Right.
kind of like, I'm like, is there something wrong? What's wrong with
Right.
him?
Is it too
Right?
good to be true?
Yeah. Is it too good to be true? Do I even deserve this? I've been leaning into the reality that I just deserve all the joy. I deserve my life. I deserve to have a lot of fun. And I think there's like a little bit of a judgy culture around like, oh, she's having too much fun,
Yeah.
or like,
Or even the statement you saying that, someone would hear that and be like, "Oh God, she's self-centered or something." Like people
yeah,
think that like,
yeah. Or a lot
you
of
know,
in mom world, there's a lot of like, oh, I'm so busy today. I've got to do this and that and this, and I'm so overscheduled and I don't even have time to breathe and I won't even get lunch in. And there's a lot of praise for that. A lot of praise for the overburdened mom. A lot of
mhm,
like moms talk a lot about how overwhelmed they are. And if a mom showed up and was like, I'm not overwhelmed at all. I'm like totally crushing it. I'm going to have
right.
so much fun this weekend. I mean, there'd be some resentment they would get back in a vibe, if not directly. And I'm convinced more and more that the more fun I have, the better I am at everything. Like I know I was a really good mom. And I came off Lala feeling even better about my ability to be present to my kids and show up for them and do all the things because
Yeah.
I had filled up my cup. I
Yeah.
also did it with them, which makes it extra cool. So that's one of the reasons
Totally.
why I love our ski trips because my kids are as happy to ski as I am, but I'm filling my cup too,
Yeah.
but we're doing it together.
Right.
So I think that piece is really real for me in the postmortem analysis. It's like I got to just keep doing a lot of fun things. The more fun I have, the more fun I am. The more fun I have, the more present I am in my life. The more I want to be in my life. I'm not trying to escape my life,
Yeah.
and I think that life is supposed to be fun. I actually think we were designed, like if you think about who you are as a toddler, who you were
Oh
created to
yeah.
be.
When you're so little and
Yeah.
just running
Fun you're
around all the time
Yeah,
and
fun sponge,
yeah.
And somehow along the way we get this message that it isn't supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
But I think you can get shit done and do good stuff in the world and be a good parent and be a good all the things and be productive and contribute to society and have fun. I
Yeah.
think I think you can do both.
No, it is. It's definitely something like I think, I mean, people always say this like post college. I'm like, oh yeah, last year of college. They're like, oh God, get ready. It's like once you
Yeah.
become an adult, like it's like, oh, we're fucked. Like your life
Well,
is over, kind of.
you and I have talked about this and how much pressure is put on people in their 20s to
Yeah.
figure everything
Jeez.
out in 10 years.
Yeah.
I think about it now. I'm like, oh my God, how many times I've changed my mind? Maybe if I didn't have put so much pressure on myself to figure it all out in my 20s, I would
Right.
have made some more thoughtful choices and I wouldn't have had to redo things so many times, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
that's just me though, too. And I don't really regret any of it. I've learned so much.
But I like that though. That like mindset of you don't have to have it all figured out and just going off of
Oh,
that.
yeah, and I think we're still even at 53, you're still supposed to be trying things out. There's still like there's more to experience, and that's a fun thing for me. It's like, wow, there's more things for me to learn. Maybe I should go to Burning Man.
Right.
Hell,
Yes.
you know? Let's go to
Yeah.
Coachella so we can compare the two.
Right. Right.
I think there was one more thing we were going to talk about, which, Callie taught me. I think it was yesterday.
What?
PCD,
PCD. You can go ahead and explain that. You're the
post
psychologist.
post concert depression. PCD is not a clinical diagnosis that you will find in the DSM-5, the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual. That's the book for psychologists and therapists. That's the book that is like literally this thick, and it chronicles every possible diagnosis related to a mental health disorder or issue. It's hilarious. I mean, I had to study it, memorize it, learn how to use it, the whole thing. You will not find PCD in the DSM-5, but it's real. There's
It
a
is
letdown.
real. There is. It's
Yeah.
just there's so much buildup, and you're so, especially with Lollapalooza and being down there and staying
Yeah.
there. It's like you're so in it,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, now we have to go back to normal
Well,
life.
it exists after spring break, and people experience it after Christmas and the
Yeah.
holidays. People experience it after trips they've been planning for. And, anything where we have a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement, and then a lot of joy and a lot of fun. And then we have to enter our real life again, our real life. And I
Right.
think like I don't have any PCD. All of that, I just brought into my life post concert. I'm still vibing to the music. I'm still reliving the fun moments. I'm still savoring all the things I learned. I'm still having fun remembering. And and it wasn't a one and done. There'll
Right.
be another Lala. There'll be another vacation. There'll be another moment of connection. And I think for me now, every day offers that. Like I had a great morning. I was sitting on my deck with my sister and my niece drinking coffee, which the coffee I brew at home is always better than any coffee I make anywhere else. And and we were just connecting. And
Yeah.
I thought for a moment, this is the connection I felt when I was watching Will watch Ian.
Yeah.
But now it's in my house. I can
Right.
find it anywhere.
Yeah, I love
And I
that.
think that's the challenge. And I'm not saying try to get out of your PCD, but I think we forget that those moments are accessible all the time.
Right. Yeah. It's just about you.
It's about you, and you own
Mhm.
it. I mean, all the joy you had at Lala or anywhere else you have had joy in your life, it was yours. You owned it.
Right.
It's yours. It was in you. You manufactured it. It wasn't that you had to go to Grant Park to go get it. You
Right.
brought it there. It's just that experience brought it out. So if that
Right.
experience brought it out, anything else can bring it out. We do this when
Yeah.
we fall in love with someone and we
I know. I
attribute
was
all
gonna
the
say you
really
told me
happy
this.
feelings, we attribute them to another person. We give them all to
Yeah.
them. Well, I feel this way because of him or her. Well, no, actually, you feel this way because of you.
Yeah.
And you get to take all those feelings and bring them to any other relationship and circumstance you find yourself in because they're yours.
Yeah.
I think that's the case for this too.
Totally. Well, I remember when my last situationship ended, you're like, it's not really over. Like the only thing that's over is maybe just like you're not going to see him. But like you're the experience, like
Yeah.
it all that changed a lot of things for me, by the way.
Mm.
That was one of the best things you said. It's a good Sarah quote.
Well, I mean, I've had a lot of opportunities to reflect on all the times in which I've given that power over to another person or another situation or
Yeah.
another event, and I've attributed it to something other than me. And I don't do that anymore. Lala was fun for me because I'm fun. I mean, that's really the
Yeah.
bottom line. You had a blast at Lala because you are so great and you brought all of your best energy there. If you show up with your best energy at Starbucks today, you probably will have a good time and
Yeah.
you'll probably be connected. You'll connect with somebody and you'll have a positive
Right.
experience and your coffee will taste better and off you'll go.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Most people are miserable because they attach it to other things. Like I think about it with my friends all the time. The whole 20s like college ending thing. Everyone thinks their life is over because college is over. It's the best 4 years of your life. It's like, no, you know?
It might have been like the hardest of mine. So I don't have
Yeah.
that same perspective. And thank God today has the potential to be the best day of your life. And so does
Right.
tomorrow. I mean, I will go to bed tonight and I will be like, today was a great day. And I will kind of think about the things. And this will be a highlight for me is that you and I got to spend this time together.
Yeah.
You know,
Ditto.
yeah. Well, isn't that great? Because you and I, we both really showed up. Look at
Yeah.
you. You're gorgeous today, by the way, too.
Oh,
You did like
thank
full makeup.
you. I am because I did have to dinner tonight. So,
I love that. This is going to be the first of so many fun moments this
so
season,
fun.
and and just fun times we're going to have because the fun will
I
continue even
know.
though you're going back to college.
It's going to continue. This was so fun to look forward to.
I
Because like
really
I'll
would.
text you, but like having an hour just to chat is so like,
Yeah.
ooh.
I think when we make time for the things we love and the time for the people we really enjoy connecting with, what's better? I mean, what's the moral of the story here? Go find some fun, right?
Yes.
And then find someone you can talk to about it. Yeah. And really just pour your heart out.
It all starts with you.
It all starts with
That's your
you. And then
thing.
take that into everything you do.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time. See you later.
See you later.